Also having some breaking news coming in that a lookout circular has now been issued against Anil Ambani. That's what sources are in fact telling ET now. In fact, the Enforcement Directorate has issued a lookout circular amid probes into the 17 crore rupee fraud case that's been plaguing the younger Ambani. In fact, my colleague Bhavtosh joins us with the latest from these developments. Bhavtosh, what's going on? Take us through it.
Well, what sources have told ET now is that travel restrictions have been imposed on Anil Ambani. Remember, it comes on a day when sources have already told ET that there have been summons that have been issued to Anil Ambani to join the investigation next Tuesday. And importantly, today there were raids and searches again being carried out by the Federal Probe Agency at 4 locations, including 3 in Odisha as well as 1 in Kolkata. Now, this pertains to a fake bank guarantee that were issued by a paper company. Details of these paper companies came out after searches were carried out last month in at least 35 locations. And in these 35 locations, there were documents recovered that clearly showed that these paper companies apparently gave bank guarantees to a transaction worth at least 70 crore rupees. Now, what ED has said is that lookout circular that has been issued is only a preventive measures by them. But in a way, it is a trouble for Anil Ambani, primarily because once lookout circular been issued, then Anil Ambani cannot travel abroad, or if he does travel abroad, then he will be detained at any airport, for that matter, even at Shipport, and the Customs and Immigration Authority will immediately inform the investigating officer as far as this case is concerned. Sources have confirmed that he has been summoned for next Tuesday. One has to wait and see whether Anil Ambani will be joining the investigation in the 3,000 crore rupees Yes Bank case, as well as the State Bank of India 10,000 crore rupee case.
Right, Bhavtosh, if you could also help us understand what are the options now available to Anil Ambani from a legal standpoint. Yes, the lookout circular now means he obviously can't travel abroad, but in terms of his legal options, what does he have at this time and place?
Well, these summons have been issued in a money laundering case, so he has to join the investigation. He can also send his legal representative telling ED that he can join the investigation at a later stage. But remember, when raids and searches started last month, it lasted for nearly 72 hours, which in fact is pretty long. But ED has said that they not only have relied on the documents that were they had gathered from various agencies, including SEBI, but they have also relied on the 2 FIRs that were registered by the CBI. Now, what they have said is that the Yes Bank case is something which is very important, in which they have said that when he had taken the loan of around 3,000 crore rupees, he had allegedly paid illegal gratification worth at least hundreds of rupees to the then founders of Yes Bank, charge that has been denied both by the promoters as well as by Anil Ambani. But more importantly is the statement that was made on the floor of the House by the MOS Finance, in which he has said that the State Bank of India will be writing to the CBI pertaining to the fraud, which is worth at least 14,000 crore rupees, and also various other allegations that have been leveled by the ED, including the fake bank guarantee, which is worth at least 70 crore rupees, in which raids and searches, in fact, today have been carried out at 4 locations. 3 in Odisha as well as 1 in Kolkata.
Right. You know, Bhavtosh, I sometimes wonder, while things have not exactly gone to script for Anil Ambani, the fact remains that it's not the first time he's seen through, troubling times, especially on the regulatory and the enforcement front. Give us your analysis in terms of how you feel he might see this through, and is the noose tightening around him, or do you feel there's a bit more runway for him really to negotiate through yet another trying episode like this one?
As you rightly said, not the first time he is being under the scanner of Federal Probe Agency. Way back in 2G scam, he was called in by the CBI, and then again in 2020 in the Yes Bank case, in which Rana Kapoor was arrested, he was called in for questioning. But this time around, the manner in which these raids and searches started, and the In fact, the time that ED had spent at his premises or premises linked to Anil Ambani, that was 72 hours. And ED, in fact, said that documents that they had recovered from those searches, in fact, led them to again carry out raids and searches. And then what happened today, two developments that happened today. One, that summons that were issued yesterday asking him to join the investigation next Tuesday, as well as the fact that they have now opened lookout circular against him. Anil Ambani was a poster boy in 90s as well as early 2000, and the fact that they have now imposed travel restriction on him is something which is very serious. One has to wait and see whether he will be joining the investigation next Tuesday. The company claims that he has resigned from the board of several companies which are now under scanner, but they have also said that he as well as the company will cooperate in the investigation that will start next Tuesday with ED saying that summons have been issued and he has to join the investigation in a money laundering case.
Well, as Bhavtosh was reporting there, it looks like trying times for the younger Ambani are back again. Bhavtosh, thank you so much for joining us with all those details.